The repeated failure of aggressive sellers to auction price lower, combined with increasing buy delta and iceberg participation, suggested responsive buyers were absorbing inventory in a Wyckoff accumulation structure. That was my confirmation for this Pulsar long trade entry, which is about to happen as buyers break above this VPOC level, light blue line. That's my trigger entry right there. Stop is placed below structure. This is monthly Camarilla S3 along with weekly floor pivot S1. This shows an establishment of an accumulation structure happening from Thursday evening or Thursday session. Now we have order flow. In the RTH session, we have liquidity above, buyers run into resistance. This is weekly CAM S3, that's value area low. That's monthly POC. Now that we have sellers responding, taking price back down, we could look for a secondary test in the RTH session. So we have sellers looking like they're taking control, iceberg buyers. We have sell stops going off. All right, so we're going to look at this monthly CAM S3 and weekly floor pivot level along with that monthly value area low. So we have huge delta selling into this pivot resistance level, pivot support level, sorry. So we see buy delta response, right? So we could have a potential selling climax at this level. We see we have a bid at weekly floor pivot S1, monthly camera S3. We now have an iceberg seller. We break above the iceberg seller. We have huge buy delta. We're pushing up to -1 VWAP. We pushed above monthly Camarilla S3. Now we have a slight pullback. We're probably going to retest ETH low and that weekly floor pivot S1. So we come back to -2 VWAP. ETH low, weekly floor pivot S1. We have a buy delta response. Buyers taking it back up to monthly Camarilla S3. Into liquidity on the offer. We have buy delta pushing through liquidity on the offer. Most likely we're going to get up to the VWAP level. That's that solid green line. Let's see if buyers could hold right here. All right, buyers are taking it up, running into some resistance, big buy delta, creating the automatic rally at the VWAP level. So we have this selling climax has been established. We have the automatic rally, right? So that's this heavy sell delta that could not push lower. Now we have the big buy delta creating the automatic rally. Heavy resistance on the offer, liquidity. We have sellers taking control, pulling back to monthly Camarilla S3, -1 VWAP. Now we have buy delta responding. Sellers have been absorbed at monthly Camarilla S3. So we have 315 icebergs there. That's where big buy deltas showed that they absorb sellers at monthly camera S3. We had the retest at weekly floor pivot S1. Big buy delta. Buy stops going off. 107.84. All right, so now we have this automatic rally established. Let's see if we're going to get support on this pullback. Sellers going to retest that ETH low level, sweeping below monthly Camarilla S3. The bid has appeared at weekly floor pivot S1. Sellers are getting absorbed. We want to see the buy delta response. We have that active iceberg seller right there. We're going to push through that, right? We took out that active iceberg seller. Buy delta absorbing the sellers right now. 42 buy stops. All right, so now we're looking for the entry trigger, right? We have buyers in control, absorbed all the selling. We had Monthly Camarilla S3. We had -1 VWAP. There's a bid under there where we're attacking that bid. Buyers responding, bouncing off of that bid. VPOC migrated, light blue line. Now we're looking for my trigger entry right there. Big buy delta, long trade entry. That's the Pulsar entry right there. Put the stop below structure. So we're looking for buy delta to hold above that VPOC level. Big buy delta coming in. Still looking for us to hold above that VPOC level. Right, so big buy delta has pushed us away from VPOC. The trade is looking good. We have that first partial, 8-point partial, just hit that 8-point partial. Big buy delta into heavy liquidity on the offer. VPOC migrates up. We're looking to attack that value area low level. Big buy delta holding strong. We're above VWAP. Right, big buy delta again, pushing us into that first upper deviation, first VWAP upper deviation, +1 upper deviation, value area low. Looking to get our next 12-point partial. Just got our 12-point partial. So now I'm going to look to manage the trade, right? So we're looking to move our stop up. We have some sellers running into that liquidity on the offer there at Weekly Camarilla S3. Right, so sellers pull back. We hold this line right here. Buyers still maintaining control, trying to regain that or maintain above that value area low and push above that Weekly Camarilla S3. Right, so we hold in value area low. Had a little poke below value area low, a little retest of VPOC, just about. So I'm looking for structure now to move my stop up to below the structure where sellers got absorbed. So we have a retest of VPOC. Sellers getting absorbed here as well. Right, so we have big buy delta. Response, we have a little sweep below the VPOC level. Buyers are responding, running into heavy liquidity. Buyers taking control, pushing above that value area low level. So move my stop up to above this structure where sellers got absorbed. Big buy delta. We have a lot of iceberg buyers pushing us up. All right, so we have some sellers now. Sellers retesting that Weekly Camarilla S3 level. Looking for us to hold above that level. Looking for buyers to respond right here at this value area low level. So now we break below that value area low level. Looking for VPOC to maintain, absorb the sellers. All right, we have a buyer responding right here. Looks like the buyers got absorbed. Looks like my stop is in trouble. Should have probably put that stop a little lower below VWAP. All right, so I got taken out of the trade on the runner. And that was my trade for today. Pulsar Strategy is basically a Wyckoff accumulation structure trade. Took it above VPOC migration, Monthly Camarilla S3, and we took that up as far as it could go until it break down in this little structure right here. Alright, y'all, so it's Melek Shalama of Melek Shalama Capital LLC. I hope you all enjoyed the breakdown. I hope you all enjoyed the order flow and the narration. And you all trade safe and stay blessed.